Borderlands community, welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. I'm your host, Rising Oblivion here, guys. We're going to be going over some of the final mechanics and the final in-game stuff and some of the DLC stuff that I wanted to talk about before the game comes out. I will be getting it tomorrow at 9 p.m. It'll be coming out the 12th technically, which is the day before. Some places are releasing it early, so GameStop is one that you guys might want to go to. But we're going to be going over a couple different things for the in-game and some of the DLC stuff that they have released. Starting with, we have the Guardian rank. We're going to be going over the True Vault Hunter mode, the Mayhem mode, and the DLC that's going to be releasing. They already have some of the DLC stuff ready to go, which will come out before the year is over. So that's the fall/winter content calendar. Basically, it's like a roadmap, but we'll get to that here in a second, guys. Let's start up at the top. I think you guys are really going to like this. If you have played the Borderlands series before, you know that Borderlands 1 had a proficiency rank. The more you used a certain type of gun, the more that gun type will get better. So if you use assault rifles a bunch, well, assault rifles of any kind would be better. That's Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 is similar to this system where you have the badass rank. Doing certain challenges would level up your badass rank. You can use that badass token to get small, little incremental stuff like plus 1% health up or whatever, and you'd slowly, incrementally go higher and higher, and it would share across all of your characters. This similar type of thing is happening here, but let's go down and read it. So basically, it talks about how the Guardian rank is similar to the Badass system and improves all of the stats to your Vault Hunters. But the thing is, guys, you do not unlock the Guardian rank until you have beaten the campaign mode. Borderlands 2, you started with it, but you did not get it until you beat the campaign mode. I'm not sure if you have one character beat the campaign mode and then you start a new character, if they'll start with a Guardian rank or something like that. I'm not sure, or maybe you have to beat the story mode for all characters to unlock the Guardian rank, because it is shared and even says that the Guardian rank is incremental improvements to all Vault Hunters. So it goes to everybody incrementally, you know, giving them those little upgrades. But unlike the Badass rank, you actually get these small little points here. You basically stat boost, you know, certain types of skill trees. So we have the Hunter, Survivor, and Enforcer. So not only are you getting a little buff here, but you can actually unlock a bigger buff over here if you get to certain levels. Level 10, 15, 25, 35, 50, and 75 will let you choose a certain bonus stat you can click from here on the sides. I'm guessing that's just stuff that just helps you out, but we can actually see what is listed here on the Enforcer, Survivor, and Hunter sides. So the Enforcer gives us critical hit damage, grenade damage, gun damage, gunfire damage, melee damage, vehicle damage, basically just all damage types, basically just giving more destruction. And the Survivor, so that's FFYL, fight for your life. Fight for your life duration, fight for your life movement speed, health increase, shield recharge delay, shield recharge delay. Basically, this kind of explains it. It's basically just surviving, being able to revive yourself, or not revive yourself, but stay longer alive while down so people can pick you up and fight for your life. Then we have the Hunter, which is more accuracy, action skill cooldown, which is nice. Luck, rare drop rate, the recoil reduction, and reload speed. I love that part. Not only are we getting like action skill cooldown, because that wasn't part of Badass rank, now we're also getting the luck rare drop rate. I'm not sure how much that's going to affect things, but I can definitely see that being something we should probably spec into. And I wonder if on the Hunter side here, if there's a certain skill that we can equip that makes a loot drop, you know, even faster or more common, I guess I should say. So we'll have to go into that. Spending a Guardian token lets you choose from the option of 6 randomly selected stats, 2 from each tree from a total of 17 varieties. So you can pick 2 of these stats from each tree. So you can't have them all, but 2 stats from each tree. And there's 17 of them there, which is pretty nice. So let's move on. That's Guardian rank, so it's something you can expect at the end. And like always, guys, you also have True Vault Hunter mode, and you'll have a new one called Mayhem mode, which has certain difficulties. But let's go over those. So you can expect the Guardian rank towards the end, and True Vault Hunter mode and Mayhem mode. But let's go over what's the difference between True Vault Hunter and Mayhem. True Vault Hunter is similar to the exact same things we've seen in the other Borderlands games. It's basically restarting the story over, but this time, you know, there's a couple different variations of some of the different bosses, some of the different enemies, maybe names are changed. You keep your level, loot is more rare, yada yada yada. It's more difficult, obviously, because you're a higher level. I have heard from people who have played the game that the level's difficulty towards the very end on a normal playthrough is around mid-30s. So it is like the other Borderlands games. You're about mid-30s when you complete the campaign. You'd start the campaign over on True Vault Hunter mode around mid-30s like normal. Some people have gotten early copies of the game, have already beaten it, so that's pretty crazy. But okay, let's read into True Vault Hunter mode. When ready for the next step in the difficulty, beating the story campaign also unlocks True Vault Hunter mode, which is Borderlands 3's take on New Game Plus. We kind of know that. As you'd expect from a challenge befitting a True Vault Hunter, the enemies will be tougher, the loot will be better compared to normal modes, so that's good. We've known that before. Your character's missions progress is unique to a normal and True Vault Hunter mode playthroughs, but your Vault Hunter stats and equipment are shared across both modes. So we've seen that before. We kind of know about that. It looks like we actually go to this kind of shrine in order to pick things up. But this is similar, or this is just for the Mayhem mode. So let's jump over to Mayhem mode so we can better understand this. So this is the new mode. I'm not sure if people are really going to be going for this a lot, or if this is something that people, you know, might choose over True Vault Hunter mode, or if you can kind of do both. But we're going to have to read into that here. Mayhem mode has the power to change your entire universe of Borderlands 3 upon completing the story campaign. So you have to beat the campaign for all this stuff. You'll activate a mysterious terminal aboard Sanctuary 3 that can enable 3 difficulties: Mayhem 1, Mayhem 2, and Mayhem 3. Taking on one of these Mayhem modes ups the ante on risk and rewards across the Borderlands. Enemies get increased health, shields, armors when you get bonus cash, iridium experience gains, and better chance for loot. So basically you make them harder while you get more stuff in return. Jumping straight into Mayhem 3 is basically a death sentence. Instead, you should start at Mayhem 1 and work your way up to the higher difficulties once you've acquired enough upgraded gear. Mayhem mode has more badasses and anointed enemies. Basically, these are going to be tougher all around. To offset the difficulty, enemies can drop anointed gear, which gains a buff to your actions, including some of that are specific to one Vault Hunter class. Here's a similar thing to where we can see here, guys. We also saw stuff like this, these anointed gear from the last DLC we got for Borderlands 2. Basically, it's a certain stat that increases for your character. Normally we have, when we have guns, it does a certain, like, you know, does more fire damage, does more headshot damage, critical hit damage, but in this time, it's more like those ending Borderlands 2, you know, Fights for Sanctuary DLC, where it actually does a certain boost. There were certain guns that whenever you had another shield or something like that would work together and give you increased damage for like a boss. But these are guns here that actually, it says action skill, I'm not sure what that says, but it actually affects a certain character's action skill. The next two, blah, 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 50% bonus corrosive damage. So like doing your action skill has 50% more bonus damage or something like that. So the actual loot itself that you'll be dropping in Mayhem mode will actually give you increased bonuses to certain things, like, you know, things like that. So let's read into it more here. On top of the tougher baddies, Mayhem mode applies Mayhem mods to any planet you visit. So you can have a certain mod for a certain planet, like Eden 6, something like that. You know, do like 50% more fire damage at Eden 6 or something, or make it harder for you to get even more rewards, which force you to adapt to new playlists, combat approaches, and response to random selection of modifiers. For instance, you might get Mayhem modes like Savage, where all enemies deal more weapon damage, or you're a wizard, which reduces the damage to players due to normal bullets but increases elemental damage by the same amount. The set of Mayhem mods you'll encounter are viewable from the map screen. I've seen this before, some people's gameplay. I'm not sure if this is completely randomized or if it's picked. I'm not too sure. The set of Mayhem mods you'll encounter are viewable. Okay, I've seen that. The certain Mayhem mods only come to play when you've achieved Mayhem 2 or Mayhem 3. So you'll have certain mods depending on which Mayhem mode you're on, making your survival that much less likely. Be aware that you won't have access to the Mayhem mode terminal and True Vault Hunter mode until after you've beaten the new campaign, so plan accordingly. Basically what it's saying, if you start True Vault Hunter mode, the Mayhem module will go away. So you kind of have to pick, do you go Mayhem mode or do you go Vault Hunter mode? I think I do Vault Hunter mode and then beat the Vault Hunter mode campaign and then go to Mayhem. I believe that's what it's saying. So that's all the good in-game stuff. You have your Guardian rank, you have Mayhem mode, yada yada yada. What about DLC? So now we'll actually have some DLC, which we'll have before the end of the year is out. So let's scroll on down. We'll take a look at this stuff now, guys. With all these venues and in-game progression, there's a wealth of challenging content that converts rewards to chase as soon as you finish Borderlands 3 story campaign. Okay, cool. Even if you somehow manage to conquer every challenge Borderlands 3 will throw at you, collect a sizable chunk of its billion plus weapons, and max out every Vault Hunter class, there's still plenty more Borderlands 3 content to come. Here's just a taste of what's on the horizon for Borderlands 3. So I'm not too sure when the or what the level cap is for this game. I would assume 50s to 60s, just seeing as how we're mid 30s whenever we reach the end of the base campaign. Typically it's like almost double whenever you beat True Vault Hunter mode, but I'd bet 50, 60, something like that, and of course DLC probably will increase it as well. But I think the first things we can expect here, I think this is going in order. I think it will be Bloody Harvest, Maliwan, and then DLC 1, which DLC 1 was going to be something completely different. So this isn't included in this. I think this is free content. So free content update, and then the DLC obviously is something you have to pay for. So you already get 2 free update things before the end of the year is even out, including the Bloody Harvest event, spooky activities, unique event rewards. So if you guys have played games like Destiny or played games similar to that before, you will know that there are raids. Certain raids give you certain weapons, certain, bosses that you have to fight to farm for pieces of something and blah, 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 blah. And you can get like a full, suit or something like that for a certain character or certain guns from a certain enemy. Basically having farming rewards in these events. I really, really hope my boy TK is back in Bloody Harvest event. I miss him. I want him back. If Zed's dead, which he might be, he could be there. But here's the thing. We just haven't seen him yet. He might be alive still. Another cool thing to think about is potentially we could have Scooter. We could have Scooter in a Bloody Harvest event. I guess I should talk about what that is. It's basically the Halloween event, guys. So the free Halloween event is going to be going on. I think that's going to be first. Obviously, that's just like a month away, basically. Of course, that'll be like the first thing that comes out. I doubt many people will even be finished with True Vault Hunter mode by the time this comes out, but still, it's a pretty cool thing to have. I definitely know I'm going to play when it comes out, and it's free. So I mean, why not? The Maliwan Takedown, free content update, and all new map. Okay. Challenging new enemies, take down all new bosses, earn powerful rewards. So this seems to be just a brand new place where we can go and do new challenging enemies, take down bosses, earn rewards, stuff like that. And this is a free one, so why not go for it? And then we have DLC 1, which obviously we have no idea, but it's going to actually continue campaign. And I imagine it's going to add on a lot more and could potentially increase the level cap. Typically, they don't increase the level cap, I think, until around the second DLC, but sometimes they have done the first one. Borderlands 2, I think, did do the first DLC where it increased the level cap. So we have 2 free events, and then the DLC 1 event, I guess an event, but content coming out before it's over. So we have 3 full updates before the actual year is out. Or it says winter content, so it could be some of next year until technically spring comes around. But either way, it's some pretty cool stuff to see. At least we know the Bloody Harvest event is going to be soon, so they do plan to do some DLC stuff, free DLC stuff for Halloween, which is really nice. And of course, I didn't really include this in the beginning of the video. There are things like Proving Grounds and the Circle of Slaughter arenas. Like we've seen before in past Borderlands games, you just go into there and you just constantly fight enemies until it's done. Just like Gladiator, Battle Royale kind of, real Battle Royale, kind of just siege kind of stuff where you just fight until basically there's no enemies left. And then you go out, collect your loot or whatever, and then it's all over. But obviously those are going to be, I think, something you can get right away. It's not really end game stuff. I wanted this video to be focused on things that are just end game, so we know what to do after the game is over. Which, there's going to be plenty of stuff to do, but that's going to be it for this video, guys. I think I will do an unboxing of the game tomorrow. You can expect it pretty late at night, at least past 9 p.m., but I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I have the Super Deluxe edition of the game, so the highest version of the game before I feel like it gets too crazy and doesn't make any sense, but I will have that. You guys can come here to get that. I will also be starting the playthrough of the game. I'm going to be playing as Flak because it seems like many people really just love him, and I think you guys would really enjoy a playthrough like that. Not only that, I need some companions if I'm doing a solo YouTube one. I need my boy Flak to be with me, or else it's going to get real lonely, That's just what I think. But it looks like this game is really packed full of content, to be completely fair. multiple modes, multiple slaughter arenas, free DLC coming right away, and then, you know, you have the actual DLC itself. So it's loaded full of content. Looks like we're going to be having lots of different ways we can upgrade now, doing, you know, bonus stats and stuff like that in the Guardian rank. I'm really enjoying that. I just really hope that whenever you start a brand new character, if you have a character that already has Guardian rank started, that the new character will have it too. I really hope that's how it is. But I think that's going to end it for this video, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Give me a comment down below what you're most excited for towards after the end game, what you guys think about that. But that's going to be it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video. Thank you for watching.